Cobra Kai Season 3 came out on the first day of 2021, and it was very much kicked in the new year with no mercies, delivered a season full of twists, turns, and more. Fans are dying to learn more about what comes next in the confirmed Cobra Kai Season 4. But what might surprise fans the most is that Cobra Kai is full of secrets and Easter eggs and behind-the-scenes stuff that you did not realize. And with that being said, allow us to show you 6 behind-the-scenes facts of Cobra Kai. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. 6. The credits. There's a lot that goes into making of a series like Cobra Kai, but easily the thing that most people forget to look at is the credits. You might have noticed that both William Zabrakka and Ralph Macchio are credited as executive producers, which is well deserved as they are leading men of the original movie and this franchise. But if you look really close, you'll notice that there's something else from the franchise history in there, and it's not who you'd expect. You see, there's a producer credit for A-list movie star Will Smith and his brother-in-law Caleb Pinkett in Cobra Kai. That's because Overbrook Entertainment, the production company headed up by Will and his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, control a portion of the rights to The Karate Kid, ever since their son starred in the 2010 remake opposite Jackie Chan. Overbrook loved the Cobra Kai pitch, as did the executives at Sony, whose Columbia Pictures was the studio behind all 5 of the Karate Kid movies. So not only is the series approved by those of the original cast, they got Will Smith to approve it. Yeah, his son's movie may not have been the best around, but it shows that Will is always up for making fresh content. 5. Return to the past. Cobra Kai opens up in a way that many have expected given the premise of the show. It goes back to the original movie and relives the fight between Daniel LaRusso and Johnny Lawrence at the All-Valley tournament in the first movie. But viewers then saw something they didn't see in the movie, a more personal shot of Johnny after the crane kick hitting him, and the shot of him on the mat as Daniel was declared the winner, and Johnny's immediate reaction to the loss. You think this was just clever editing and body doubles for the mat shot, right? Wrong. Executive producer John Hurwitz noted that they wanted to put in unused footage from the first movie, and they got it. This was especially helpful for us when we were putting together the very first scene of the show. We wanted to open with the iconic final fight from the original movie, but show it more from Johnny's perspective to help get the audience on board for his journey. Incorporating unused camera angles of Johnny and especially a close-up of him getting kicked in the face by Daniel's famous crane kick really helped us achieve our vision. Ironically, knowing that this movement was important in the original movie, the team behind the original Karate Kid film made sure they had all the sorts of angles on the shot and its aftermath so they could cut together the perfect shot. What remained was locked away until Cobra Kai was born. 4. Bringing in the other side to the Karate Kid. If you somehow didn't know from just watching the show, the team behind Cobra Kai are mega fans of the original films. But those films had legions of fans over the years debating an interesting topic. Is Daniel LaRusso the real bully of the movie? At first, this kinda seems lucrative, especially because of how Daniel was portrayed in the original movie. But when you listen to those thoughts and feelings, there's actually a lot of evidence that supports this idea, including multiple videos showcasing evidence that Johnny was honestly trying to be better for Ali, his ex who went to LaRusso eventually, and yet LaRusso keeps getting in the way. Ironically, this became such a thing that it was the focus of an episode of How I Met Your Mother, where Barney Stinson noted the following about the Karate Kid. It's the story of a hopeful young karate enthusiast whose dreams and moxie take him all the way to the All-Valley Karate Championship, Barney says to Marshall and Lily. Of course, sadly, he loses in the final round to that nerd kid, but he learns an important lesson about gracefully accepting defeat. If you didn't know, that was back in 2009, and that notion got a lot of people talking, and sure enough, in Season 1 and 2 of Cobra Kai, we see Daniel LaRusso embrace the dark side many times, including his reunion with Johnny. He makes fun of Johnny when his car comes in damaged. He insults Cobra Kai at every turn. He tricks Johnny's landlord into doubling his rent, and so on. And if you really want proof that the showrunners knew about this theory, in the opening episode of Season 3, during a school meeting with the parents, Johnny tries to defend what Miyagi did in the Season 2 riot, and explain his past with Crease and Johnny, and a man from the back shouted, "I heard you were the bully." Classic, right? 3. What is in a name? There are certain TV shows that you honestly don't need to care about the titles of the episodes. They're subtle nods to plot lines or key lines said by the characters, but sometimes you really need to. And for Cobra Kai, they wanted to make sure that every title mattered and referenced what was to come. Even in the very first episode, Ace Degenerate was a very easy title for us to settle on. The line dialogue was used in The Karate Kid to describe Johnny during his introduction. Even though he wanted to change that opinion, the movie took him down a path that further cemented his status. Picking up with Johnny 30-something years later, the phrase haunts him and highlights another tipping point in his life, where he has a second chance to change it. If you don't recall, Johnny's line in the movie is, "I'm an ex-degenerate, and I have a year to change that," referencing how he wanted to be better for his ex-girlfriend Allie. In Cobra Kai, he truly is an ace degenerate because of his life and relationships, including knocking up a girlfriend, failing to be a good father and role model for his son Robbie, and continually getting in the way when it comes to jobs and life in general. Cobra Kai embraced that line and made it his journey, and though he stumbled a lot, he had changed a lot about his life. 2. Crease. Season 1 was truly all about Johnny trying to redeem himself in both his eyes and in regards to his past. It was a roller coaster ride that ended in the All-Valley tournament where Miguel beat his son Robbie with a dirty move. After which, Johnny laments what happened at Cobra Kai, only to be met by the return of his mentor in John Crease. You'd think that this would be something that they eventually come to the idea of, but instead, they knew from the beginning that this is what they wanted. We always knew the season was going to end where it does, and we've always had the idea of where it's going after that. We weren't just jumping off into the great unknown. That says a lot about how long they felt Cobra Kai can go, and in Season 3 we got another twist with Crease, and what we learned was his true origin story, painting him as a slightly more sympathetic character who is altered by war and lies. Season 4 is arguably going to show Crease at his worst, and the team are no doubt going to love seeing him go. 1. Allie, Karate Master. Elizabeth Shue was very much a person that everyone wondered whether she was going to show up in Cobra Kai. She was talked about in Season 1 and Season 2, and then the stinger was that she accepted Johnny's Facebook invite. In Season 3, Allie did show up and reconnect with both Johnny and Daniel. Shue had nothing but praise for her return. My chemistry with Ralph was the same with Billy. It was odd, Shue added. It was literally like a high school reunion. It felt like no time had passed. Like none at all. We kept reminiscing and laughing, constantly reliving the first Karate Kid every minute between takes. Non-stop reminiscing about our experience and laughing about what a great movie it turned out to be. Fans did love her story in Season 3. And as for her coming back, well, we already have a plan. It's gonna be in Season 9, Shue joked. Allie's gonna come back in the Valley and start her own dojo, and it's gonna be a three-way fight for the soul of the Valley. In all seriousness, Shue admitted that the original idea for her was to come and start her own dojo, and be a mentor to Daniel's kid Samantha. But that was scrapped for the storyline we got. So what do you think? What do you think of this look at the series Cobra Kai and everything that went into one form or another? Does hearing these facts and secrets and Easter eggs make you love Cobra Kai even more? Are you gonna go rewatch it and see exactly what else in the show that you missed? What are your personal expectations of Season 4? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.